You'll be whatever you want. A knight in shining armor, or a magic spellcaster. Roll the dice, hoping for a 20 might get the one. The clash of grids can turn the tide of the battle. The dungeon master has saved the tale for us. Let's start this journey together. Ignite the fire and cast your spell. Trust your swords straight into your foes. We have the strength to overcome all the challenges ahead. Embark on adventures, endless journey beyond reality. Into the darkest dungeon that waiting for us. Pushing forward and level up. We'll finish what we have started. Lots of it.
Hi, welcome to Clash Crits. I am your host and Dungeon Master Psycho, and today we're with brothers. Say hello, brothers.
Hello.
Hello.
Howdy.
We're brothers.
We're brothers. We like to kiss each other.
No, we don't.
Today we are with Chappie.
The Dragon Division Debonair. Nox Tempest. Wyvern riding. Whiskey shooting. New boot goofing. Gonna get save our daddy.
What is New Boot Goofin'?
What is new boot goofing? Yeah, I got them leather boys on the feet.
Like, what do you mean by goofing? Is that like a specific phrase? Or
You've
mean
never
like you
heard that?
No, I've never heard
Oh
that.
wow. It's when you get a new pair of shoes.
Never heard that before.
Yeah, you'd be out here stunting around new boot goofing.
Oh, so that's an actual phrase.
It actually is, yeah.
Yeah.
I've never heard that before.
Yeah, it's
There's
okay.
a country rapper that I have crossed paths with that uses that a lot.
You just new boot goofing.
He has a song called New Boot Goofing too.
Heard. Okay, I gotta check that out.
Right. Well, there's that. So, next we have is Osokuma.
Yeah, so I play Yembo Tempest, and just to give you a little bit more of like a visual of what Yembo looks like, think of, if you know the basketball player Taco Fall, think of Taco Fall but with scales.
So you're like lanky like him too?
Yeah.
That's awkward.
He's very like tall and like slim lanky.
What?
That's what I thought about when I first created him.
Is that the new slim thick, slim Yankee? Fuck.
What is wrong with you?
Phone
fucked up, brain fucked up.
Yeah. No. When I originally created him, I based his body type off of Taco Fall because I was thinking like we're all gonna be somewhat big with being like enamel dragons, but I assumed like with Nox and Rice being the older brothers, they're probably gonna be like these big buff assholes. So I'm just gonna be like the slim one.
So you're just 7 foot long neck?
Yeah.
Okay, Littlefoot.
Damn, you took it right from me.
Like I'm tall, but I'm super slim, so I feel like they still bully me.
Rice is thin too.
yeah, but like I'm like thin, muscular, sexy, thin. You like thin,
Yeah.
slim reaper.
He like I'm Ryan Reynolds with his shirt off thin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm like Chris Evans, Captain America, when he got the super soldier serum type thing.
That's not thin.
That's not thin at all.
I
You know what
understand.
thin
but
is?
Yes, I know, but I said what the fuck I said, didn't I? Anyway,
I'm Dwayne Johnson's bicep thin. Fuck you.
I'm vegetarian. I like meat.
Yeah,
But yes.
You'd be like Bruce Lee
I
body.
figured. Yeah, I know. I'm like slim thin, but we can all dream. Right?
But yeah, Taco
That's
Fall
what-
with scales.
That's what Rice sees himself as, like Chris Evans, super soldier. Thing.
Okay.
Well, I'm just big.
Nox is like The Rock.
Yeah, he is
Yes.
like The Rock. He's like the action movie hero
Size.
size.
I'm waiting for you to tell us you juice.
Don't worry about me.
That being said, last but not least, we have Drop a Crit.
What's good, everybody? I play Rice Tempest, the oldest brother. Dragon Log, custodian number 0927. Father, why die? Why did you die? I was told he left you cold. He left you cold with no soul. The tempest will rage on. I hope this poem appeases my father's soul.
So, That being said, are you guys ready for a little bit of a recap?
Yes, I'm ready.
Is it wrong for us to say put the cap back on Daddy since our dad's dead?
Father wasn't there.
Why do you always have to bring up bad memories?
Oh. Maybe we have a stepdad somewhere. Put the cap back on, stepdaddy.
I'm stuck. I don't know what's going on. Put the cat back on, stepfather.
Right. Okay. So, last session, the Brothers Tempest was called by the Dragon Council to investigate the rumors of the Dragon Killer. The Consortium created a new division in the Legion called the Dragon Division, and then they titled the Brothers Tempest as the first. They collaborated with a wizard from Thay named Axum, and then they were able to find a slight pattern within the killings. They acquired passage through Dragon's Pike because of Nox's connections from the Wyvern Division to continue their investigation. On their way to Dragon's Pike, they encountered some alien Rifter bandits in the sky and was able to overcome the battle. They then turned in for the night, knowing they were about to go into Dragon's Pike. And now we're all caught up. Okay?
Yeah!
Yes.
So, to set the scene, you guys would be awaking in the morning, hearing the hustle and bustle of the ship. Nox, from what you can tell, it sounds like people are preparing to land. As you guys awake, gather your things. As you head up to the deck, you can see Dragon's Pike. As I stated before, Dragon's Pike is a large mountain. Okay? Kind of like Mountain Doom. You know what I mean? Like in its size.
Okay.
You know what?
It's just a mountain.
Yes, but like.
There's not the big red eye, nothing scary.
No, there's no big red eye, but what I mean, like in its size and like with stature, you know what I mean?
It's intimidating like that.
Yes, but it's also surrounded by like dragons, usually, which is why. But I mean, to you guys, it's not obviously. But like, you can even see what you would know as like almost like sentries of these gem dragons, actually like full adult size gem dragons flying around the mountain.
Checking paperwork.
You guys are coming from the air as you see like these two large gem dragons come from the off to the side of you, one to the left, one to the right, almost like kind of like confirming your guys' passage. As you get taken like halfway in the mountain, you get taken into this like cavernous tunnel where think of like in Star Wars like Death Star, things like that. Like they go inside something and it's a whole port inside of it.
Okay, cool.
As this ship slowly starts to land and port in Dragon's Pike. You guys have almost like have your own separate ports. There's like no other ships next to it. As Nox, you would know that they have like for when it comes to like cargo passages and things like that, they usually have them all separated. They have multiple ports throughout the mountain.
Okay.
So that's why you guys are signaling, so it can just be focused on like the cargo that gets taken and put out and everything like that. So it is away from everything else, so it doesn't get interfered with anything. So the captain and all the mates, the crew, thanks you all again for saving their lives during the encounter. And they all salute you as you guys are walking off the ship.
I salute them back.
I will salute them back also.
Yembo would do the same.
Okay, as you guys are saluting them back, as you guys are walking off the ship, you see that there is a handful of Consortium Legion soldiers on the ground. Looks like they're waiting for you.
Okay. I would think that we would all like walk towards them and I guess try to find out who is the commanding officer of like this group so far.
So you'd see that there is there are a couple of the Consortium. You see some of them look like a lot of them look like Dragonborns, a couple humans, some like half-orcs.
Okay.
But the one that you can tell that is different from the rest of them is the one that's in front of all of them. You can tell it's a dwarf. It's a dwarf. You can tell he is a lieutenant, as the others seem to be sergeants and privates.
Okay. Do we have any of us met this dwarf before?
You have all seen him in passing,
Mm-hmm.
but you guys never like he would look vaguely familiar to you guys.
Just from like the work we've done, but we've never directly worked with him.
You've never directly worked with him. Correct. As you guys are approaching, as they all salute you, as you start approaching, the dwarf says, "Good morning, Brothers Tempest, and may we all say it is an honor to be working with you. We received word of your arrival from General Talon." As he sticks his hands out, he says, "My name is Torgen Meitholt, Lieutenant Meitholt."
It's a pleasure to be working with you as well, Lieutenant Meitholt.
As he puts his hands out to shake.
Lieutenant.
Lieutenant.
We received word of your arrival, and we were told to help you in your investigation in any way possible. So me and my men are at your disposal.
Well, I sure do appreciate that. I assume you've been debriefed?
Slightly, but any information that you guys have had then that have discerned since the debriefing from the Dragon Council, then we would not know. Essentially what they know is that you guys are here to investigate the rumors of the Dragon Killer.
Okay.
Because that's what you told.
Yeah. I mean, that's what's happening.
I know. I said that's what you
Yeah.
told General Talon.
Right.
Like he, because he doesn't know that you guys think it's one person. Yada
Yeah.
yada yada. All that stuff because that's all the stuff that you guys figured out yourselves.
Mm-hmm.
So he just knows the general idea of it.
I will leave it up to my little brother to debrief you.
Oh, you want me to do it?
Either of you.
He said, "Little brother," so I'll be looking right at you. I'm letting you know that right now.
Okay. So Gembo walks over, steps closer to Torgen, and he's like, "Yes, so what is going on so far is we have kind of come up with a pattern of how we think these killings are going.
As he said, they nod their heads in acknowledgement at the moment.
And we believe that this place is probably the next stop that the killer is going to go. With how populated it is with dragons, we know that there is going to be another killing, and we believe that he's going to be targeting a gem dragon."
Understood. What? As they all look to each other and they look at you, what would you like us to do?
I think our best bet right now, right, brothers, is to spread through the city and try to keep a guard up, a watch, to see if there's any anomalies of the way that things would work.
Yes, but also keep the guards kind of in disguise. We don't want,
Any unnecessary attention drawn to us.
we don't want a group of guards just searching around to draw suspicion.
These guards that we're putting on watch are going to be undercover as civilians. They are not to attend to anything else that's going on other than this.
Understood.
And just for communication's sake, we will refer to this operation as Operation Amethyst.
We're gonna discuss how things are gonna go, and we'll get back to you.
Lieutenant Meitholt says, "We have established a base of operations for you all
Oh, okay. Yeah.
that we've got ready. That if you would like to be escorted to for your own debriefing."
Yes.
Oh, that would be wonderful.
Yeah, lead the way.
As he looks to the other men, like, "You heard them. Go change your fucking clothes. Go be the normies and listen. Go!" As they all salute once again, and they all disperse.
They disperse like amble block ops, like they all just like
Sure.
disappeared.
So for my friends at the table, you guys recognize the name, right?
What name?
Torgen Meitholt.
I think you're the only one who recognizes.
I don't.
Okay, so Torgen Meitholt is the dwarf that Barrett told us about.
Uh-huh.
The one that his family grew up with their family, his best friend's dad.
That's his best friend's dad?
That's his best friend's dad.
Oh,
the
shit.
person that went against the consortium.
Remember,
and
he was a traitor.
He was a traitor, and he
Yeah.
killed his own son.
Oh,
shit.
Fuck.
Yeah, that's the guy.
Damn.
That's why I was just like,
At least this is 100 years ago. Maybe he was cool then.
So we kill him, and none of that happens.
Yes.
Well, there's this really powerful source of energy called plot armor.
But anyways, yes, I didn't know if you guys recognized the name.
I did not. Thank you for the refresher.
I kind of figured since you were the only one who reacted to the name.
Yeah, so I was like, you bad.
All right.
So, Lieutenant Meinhold takes you all to. There is in these cities like Dragon's Pike and Wyver's Nest. There is there's a heavily fortified fortress usually that holds all the newborn, and like the still growing enamel dragons. Mm-hmm. Okay. As they take you to this spot, as in they take you to a almost like a war room, like a debriefing room, and he explains that this is your room of operations. Anything that you need to do here, any kind of work, anything that you need, will be sent here for you guys.
I sure do appreciate that. I haven't been here since I think I came out.
Yeah. So the only person who has been here since then would have been Yembo.
Okay.
Yes. Like in this like fort in general. So then Lieutenant Meinhold says, I will leave you to your investigation, and there are offices across the hall that you can come see me if need be.
Okay.
All right. I sure do thank you for the hospitality.
Now, to explain Dragon's Pike a little bit more, it's a cavernous city. You know, it's inside the mountain. There's some things outside, but it's mostly inside the mountain. Go ahead, Ashley.
I would say I get like a Hoff description type vibe, but like not icy, just all like caverns.
Yeah. Definitely similar vibes. It has its own beauty because it looks like there's a lot of minerals still within the walls that weren't harvested, and it gives it a sort of like prismatic array throughout the city. Think of like in Pokemon when you were in always in like those dungeons that have like they're like really bright lights, like all those like shining gems sticking out everywhere and things like that. Similar to that.
Where they got all the shrooms and shit.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. All the shrooms and the drugs and all that.
Or like
stuff.
like those
And
like
the crazy
JRPGs
old
that have
ladies.
like that kind of style of like.
You know what I'm talking about.
You
Where they got all the
wildin'.
shrooms and the drugs and the crazy old ladies.
You're wildin', sir.
There's a specific place.
She was not crazy. She was a delight.
Yeah, sure. But so while you guys are like settling your things in, you then would the door would burst open, as you then see it is this little jade dragon. This little jade dragon that starts running in as she goes and like hides underneath the desk.
Excuse me.
Yembo would crouch like under the desk. What are you running from?
Shh, I'm hiding.
From?
And then you hear her echoing from the hall like, 10! I'm gonna find you! As you start seeing these like explosions throughout the hall.
Explosions. Would Yembo already put it together?
You'd have an idea, yes. Since you weren't here not too long ago. You know that Cinder Rage.
So Yembo quickly, he smacks Rice on the shoulder and knocks on the chest, and you see Yembo stand up straight and put his hand in like salute.
What? Where are you?
Just wait.
Wait for what? What is going on?
As you see this smaller crimson enamel dragon peek their head out, as you guys know who this person is. You've seen her before. It is Cinder Rage. Have you all seen a jade dragon?
A jade dragon?
No, we have not seen a jade dragon in front of us at all.
Why are you saluting?
Why are you saluting?
Out of respect. I mean, it's
They're kids.
yeah, but I
Well,
mean,
she's
like,
a kid. I mean,
in the next 20 years, we're gonna be working for her.
You see Knox look at you like, bitch.
Miss Rage.
You see her look at you like, what did you just call me?
Isn't your name Cinder Rage?
Yeah, it's a whole name.
Oh, I thought Rage was like the Miss Cinder Rage. How are you doing today?
Do I call you Sir Half?
No, you don't. But
What's your name?
Rice.
So ice, or
So like, Yembo's just like scratching the side of his head, and then he just starts pointing down at the desk.
as you see Cinderage like put her hands down, and she starts slowly going towards the desk. Do you guys like move out the way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I move at least 30 feet, my full speed,
Okay.
because
So she peeks under the desk and she's like, "Ha! I got you!" As you hear the other one be like, "Damn it! Okay, I'm sorry. You win." And she's like, "Okay, now you gotta go find me." And she just starts running.
So why are you over there?
because if there was no good sportsmanship, that whole desk would have blown up. And what are we gonna do? Write a report and send it to who?
So you see this Jerry Dragon come out from under the table. She says, "Thank you." As she bows her head. As she bows her head, she starts running, and then she immediately falls, hits the ground on her face. As she then gets back up, she shakes her head, and then she runs out the door, and then she hits the door on accident.
Yeah. What do you say, Rice? Huh? You just think deep in your head like, oh, I hope that little bitch dies someday? Huh? Is that what you say? Huh?
No.
Dropper? Huh?
No, I was about to say they look like cute friends. I hope nothing ever comes between them.
Couple explosions.
Well, now that distraction is over with, boys, let's get to work.
You guys also know that, like, I guess I will say, like, because, like, Cinderage and Aerie, these should be, like, roughly around 20. So, like, they are, like, you've seen Aerie before, and you recall her acting a lot more mature than she was before. And, like, Cinderage should be acting more mature, but she's not. Just so you know. Like, they technically should both be acting more mature, but they are not. Because, like, they are almost considered adult dragons.
But they're still acting like kids.
Yes.
Either way, let's talk about the real thing. You can't put codes on missions without talking to the rest of the group.
Why not?
Because we make the decisions together.
Okay.
Ask them, why are you in the corner?
Yeah, you're still in the corner.
Sorry, she tends to be really destructive, and I didn't know what was going to happen, so.
Oh, no, yeah, I 100% thought she was going to
Ari?
blow up this desk.
No, Cinderage.
She's not that destructive.
Oh, you've been on the sea too long.
What are you talking about? She looks cute. She's a little adorable. She can't be that destructive.
She blows things up.
Like
Like
after she used the bathroom type.
Places where people might be in and everything. It's all on accident, but...
When? I haven't heard any news about any child.
You've been on the sea and you've been in the sky. I'm trying to tell you guys, show respect to the woman that can blow up the world.
I think you'll be reading too much of those dragon conspiracy theories. You know, those classified dossiers, as I do like my air quote fingers, are not good for your health.
As you hear Axum, we should focus back on the task at hand.
We're going to call this Operation Amethyst, right? Okay.
Correct.
How do we want to break down this plan so that we can explain everything to Mighthold?
I will point out that I understand the necessity of having people on watch, but this is a large city. Having some people just watching places is only going to get you so far. We need to try to figure out a more focused game plan.
No, correct. But I think that that's something that should still be in place just in case something does happen. Somebody had their eyes on it.
How, with the past victims, were they close to any like bar establishments or?
Remember the two victims that you know of, the recent ones were, there was your father who was a couple miles outside of Dragon's Pike, and then there was the ones deep in the mine shafts.
Yeah. The ones we know about were secluded. They were alone.
We can start our investigation by checking out the assassination places of the latest victims.
We can do that. Do you want to start with the mine first? Because if he's just targeting people that are alone, like he's just targeting the secluded, mine would definitely be a nice. It's a shit ton of tunnels in the mine.
How far would either be?
The mines would be easy. Would be faster to access because you're already inside Dragon's Pike. Where your father died would just take a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Okay, but that's the most recent kill. So
The most recent kill is where your father died.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, if we go to where Daddy was killed, I know it's going to be tough for all of us, but
it's the most recent.
it is the freshest. I know you didn't want to confront this sooner than later, Rice.
It's gonna be hard.
I know, but you're going to be there with your brothers. Everything's going to be all right.
I think it's something we need to check it out. We need to suck it up and just go do it. We should probably do it while there's still daylight.
You're right. You're right. Let's go. Let's go back
Let's go
home.
tell Torgud Mighthold what's going on, and maybe he can arrange us a transport.
Yeah, we should go do that.
So you guys send word to Mighthold.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys send word to Mighthold. Mighthold gets to your guys' office. As he opens the door, he says, "You requested me."
Yes, Mr. Mighthold. We have come up with our first plan of attack for Operation Amethyst.
Okay.
And we are going to go investigate the place of our father's passing. If you could help us arrange some sort of transport, that would be greatly appreciated.
As you see that, like, he's like taken aback because you just said that you want to investigate like the spot where your father died. Okay, he agrees.
And if it at all possible, could it just be the three of us out of respect?
Yes. We're here to help you with your investigation. Does that mean you want to leave Axum away from it as well?
Yeah, and then I'm going to be like, hey, Axum, I hope you understand the situation at hand. I don't want to display my emotions in a negative light.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Once I find out about, it's going to bring up a lot of memories. 13.
You can definitely tell that he looks like frustrated.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I understand your emotions, but this is an investigation that has to deal with more than just your family.
I understand.
And I have been researching this for a while. If this involves trying to find this person, I do believe I should be there to help the investigation, to help see what's at the scene.
You can come with us, Axon. Nox is just...
He's just doing it for my sake, Axum. He's just doing it for my sake. You can come.
I will separate myself if you guys need your time, but at some point afterwards, then I believe I should get a look at the scene as well.
Very well.
And then my whole like, okay, I will prepare transport.
Preferably while there's still daylight. We would like to be back here before nightfall.
I will prepare transport right away, sir.
Thank you.
As he salutes you guys and leaves the room.
Okay. So Yembo would pull Axum to the side.
Okay.
As he pulls Axum to the side, he's just like, I do apologize. This is more than just about our family. Nox has always been the type of person that doesn't like anybody being around when he gets emotional. And just in this weakened state, it's probably what he was thinking about, just not wanting any extra eyes on him. Believe me, we do understand how serious the situation is. Just don't take what he said, to offense or anything.
Or you can roll me a persuasion.
You got a -1 as well?
Yes. And I roll a 2.
Jeez.
You see, he just kind of shakes his head. You can definitely tell that, he still,
He's still frustrated.
He's still frustrated.
Yeah.
Over it, especially like you could probably gather, especially because of the fact that it was just like sprung up in front of Torgan,
Yeah.
and not like discussed among you guys beforehand.
Yeah. I get it.
Because like you guys might be your guys' like division, yes, but you guys were told that you are working with a liaison, so it's not like you guys have any.
Yeah,
You guys don't have authority over him. Because remember, he is somebody from Thay. He's from a different country.
Yeah.
He technically doesn't take any commands from anyone else.
He doesn't. You guys have no authority over him.
That's true.
Diplomatic immunity.
But he
baby.
also doesn't have any over us.
No, he doesn't. That's why it's supposed to be a joint collaboration thing.
I try to apologize to him, but I obviously know that it's probably, too little too late. But at least I said something.
Sure.
And then I turn around and start like prepping things that we might need to go and like investigate. Is there anything, like any equipment or anything here that might help with us just investigating like the terrain that's there?
Any kind of thing that you would get like from like a general store you can have.
Okay.
But I would also say that there is a array of chalk for you guys.
You see Knox reach over and grab a bunch of red chalk off the desk.
And Rice will be following up right behind him and grab green chalk.
Yembo would be walking up. He'd open up like his side pouch and see that he has no chalk left, and he'll just fill it with some silver chalk.
Okay. So, other than that, like I said, anything that's like adventuring gear, that would be general goods and anything like that that you want to bring, you can get it.
Are we allowed any potions? Healing potions?
I would say they would all supply you with one greater.
Can I grab a crossbow and some arrows?
Yeah. Crossbow bolts.
Yeah.
So, as you guys start gathering your things, you got some more provisions from the consortium that's stationed here. Lieutenant Mighthold comes back and has the transportation ready for you guys. So he escorts you guys down outside the fortress, and then you guys go down this elevator shaft.
Okay.
This one's very large. You can surmise that this is like where like the shaft where they transport all the cargo and stuff like that.
It's like a big like miner shaft.
Yes. Like the elevator that you're on is very large.
Question: does it have a stop button for boss fights and minion
It does.
battles?
Yes, absolutely. Yes. Whether that classic beat 'em up style where it's gonna stop and you guys are gonna have to fight like 35 ninjas.
I'm tempted to touch
that. You're gonna touch it?
I'm trying to touch it.
Yeah. Okay. So after he touches it, 20 assassins come out, and now you all have to roll initiative.
They have to be assassins though.
Exactly. They're all CR7 assassins.
Yeah. So we're dead.
Okay. So,
I was gonna survive.
as you guys are going down, you can see a part of the city. You can see a part of the city. Think of like Underdark-ish style, because like it's caverns and everything like that, or similar to if you've seen the underground city in Attack on Titan kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like it's large like that, but it does have like it has like that prismatic shimmering all throughout. As you guys are going down this elevator, it goes very far down because you guys were like towards like the middle. It reaches towards the base of the mountain. As it opens up, as you see that there's these large, some of them are carriages, some of them are, from what you guys know, as like these like mechanical like truck contraptions that like you guys aren't super familiar with. Yembo, you've only been on them in a handful of times, but it's definitely still newer technology that that's newer things that are being created now, that they're starting to create like constructs that can mobilize on the ground and move about without having to use like magic.
So like the people that I work with, they're like specifically trained people are the ones that...
I'm in awe.
Yeah, this is something because you're used to like boats and like you guys were just on a flying boat. You know what I mean? Like that's what you're used to seeing too. But
I've never seen anything like this in the sea. Yimba, where are those big machines?
They're kind of like vehicles.
do magic run them?
Not these, no. These are a new invention that they've put into the field. I've seen them maybe a handful of times, but they're constantly changing. So,
Praise Gavin, you don't cease to amaze.
So you guys would be getting on one of these carriages that is being hauled by these gem drakes, like these large drakes. Okay. As you guys would head out a couple miles out the city to your father's last moments.
Why you gotta say it like that?
they got them.
Oh, I'm sorry. Where your father got that stabby stab.
Oh.
That's fucked up, bro.
It seems lighthearted.
So can we talk to these drakes?
You know that these drakes would understand draconic commands, but it's not like you can have like conversations.
So I can him like start from the bottom now here.
No.
No.
Okay, so it's you three, Axum, and then Hold is the one taking you guys on the carriage to make sure it's as minimal people as possible.
Okay, so he's gonna sell at our location.
Bitch.
So you guys travel a couple miles out the city. You
Yeah.
guys travel a couple miles out the city. You know that the direction that you'd be going is further eastland into the country, which is technically, like, if I were to say like what's on the far, there's a bunch of things in between, but on the far side, entering where like Thay would be.
Okay.
Okay.
So, as you guys are traveling, there's like outposts of the consortium along the Dragon Coast entirely. As you're going head eastward, you see in the far distance, you guys start going through a thicket of forest, but you see the forest is starting to clear up, and in the distance to that, it looks like it's a downtrodden path that leads to what looks like a small underdeveloped village.
Okay. And we know that this is the place.
Like right by the end of like the thicket of the forest where you guys just stop at, where you can just start seeing like the village in the distance. This is the spot where your father was.
This is the place of death.
Yes, this was the spot where your father was killed. You can see that it is actually still
Blocked off.
blocked off.
Did we grow up in this house?
This is not a house.
Oh, okay.
It's like a pathway. Like
Oh,
it's
okay.
on a road.
He caught him on the field.
Okay.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out why Daddy was on his way here.
Is there any other dragons that we can see within the area?
Dragons? No.
Yes.
No. You know that there's an outpost. There's a outpost right outside the forest, back your way, about a half a mile.
Okay. So
That's the closest thing to like living, like any kind of living, form of living other than like nature itself around here.
So like our thoughts could possibly like it would possibly come to mind that he was moving from like an outpost to an outpost.
Yes. Yeah.
So we see it's blocked off, or there's like consortium that are blocking.
No,
it
it's just like, like almost like the caution tape kind of thing. You could tell that there's things there. It looks like there was things there while they were investigating, and they still just left them there.
Oh, okay. So Yemba would get off of the vehicle and like just go under the yellow tape.
Yeah, Mighthold said that he is just gonna he'll stay back here while you guys go do your investigating.
Yeah, so Yembo's starting to like walk in and look around.
I'll be right behind Yimbo.
Okay. Axum would be following you guys.
And I'd be following Axum.
Okay. You guys get to the spot, right? As it was like on the road, right? As you guys get further in, you see that there is like almost like a crater, probably about half the size of your father.
Does the crater look like
Damn.
as if our father like fell out of the sky, hit the ground?
Like like this is like where your dad's body was found.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it was like some type of like hard impact.
Yes.
Where
Some kind of
hard
hard impact. Correct. Roll me investigation checks.
Cool.
All of us?
If you're all trying to look for something, or you could give each somebody the help action.
I only have a +1. I can give somebody a help action.
I have a +10.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yes.
You give him help action, and then I have a +2, so I'll just roll my own just to see.
Yeah,
what
so I'll
happens.
give you the help action.
29.
Damn, I rolled a 15. That's cool.
During your investigation, of like this crater, you find that through some of like the debris and everything like that, you actually find a scale of your father's. As you see that, as you pick the scale up, I presume, right? You see that like the scale is like cleaned off, like cut off clean, which to you would be very, very hard
To do from anybody.
to just like chop off a scale from your father, especially in like the midst of battle.
Oh, like clean cut from like the blade slid under the scale.
Yeah, like
and
you could
popped it
surmise
out,
that that someone like popped like the scale off, like slid it off completely.
So it looked plucked.
Yes.
I got
Oh.
a scale. I got one of Dad's scales. It just seemed like it got popped off, but I don't know anything that will be able to clean cut a dragon scale off like this, especially in the heat of battle.
Dad's scales were tough.
Like I just like how tough is like I start tapping it with my nail. Like how tough were we talking? Like
It's that skill's been there for a couple weeks now, so it is a little more brittle than what it would be since it wasn't held and then reinforced and so on and so forth. But the durability of it is still stronger than a shield at the moment. Stronger than like your average shield. Axum says that can mean two things. This person is obviously skilled with a blade of some sort. Either the blade is so powerful that it was able to cut through your father clean, or whoever this person is collected off of your father's dead body. I don't know which one is more painful to hear.
The weapon could be strong.
but why would he need the scales?
I don't think he would need the scales. He left this. I don't think it was about the scales at all. If it was about trying to take the scales and sell them or reinforce them for something else, then he would have never left this scale. Look how clean it was removed. This scale would be perfect in value if they were trying to sell it to the right person.
Question: did we see our father's body?
You guys saw your father's body afterwards, like during its like funeral service and things like that.
Was he like all patched up? Like it didn't look like his all scales were missing.
From what you guys didn't notice any scales missing off of his body. He's also very large. He like mechanically he would be considered ancient.
Oh, okay.
He's very
shit.
large.
Strong boy.
Big strong boy. Do we know anything that can have a power to do this?
Aside from the dominant lord himself, I don't think there's very many people that would be able to do this.
I think it was a smaller creature. Now, then again, it could have been a dragon that wanted to, be in a humanoid form. But I feel like it is a humanoid, a smaller creature. And from the looks of this, their blade work is pristine.
It would have to be.
Years of training is the only way that they would have blade work like this.
Is this the finest blade work like we ever seen?
I mean, it's just a clean cut scale. It's not like you know.
Oh, like
Yeah,
how?
we don't know. Like we're just
Yeah.
saying, like
It's just a clean scale.
it's a clean cut, but it's like for a dragon, we're just like, yo, you have to have
For a
good
dragon,
blade work.
your father's stature and like dominance, something that clean, like saying like if he got cleaned off during battle, that blade must be ungodly sharp. And then if he picked it off of his dead body, he must have some skill to do it cleanly.
All right, well, let's continue to look around, see if there's any clues that we could pick up.
Search the place top to bottom.
So when it comes to this, I would have to need if you're looking for something specific, and then you would roll me a check.
Tracks or like maybe clothing got ripped on trees or something like that. That's not related to my father. Like other tracks of a different creature.
Okay.
I would take to the sky and I would look with a bird's eye view to see if I see anything irregular in the field.
How much further from the village are we?
Probably like a mile.
A mile?
Maybe a little bit more.
So I guess I would wait on them before I would move towards the village to see if anybody's seen anything. But,
Rice, you can roll me an investigation, and Nox, you can roll me perception.
23.
Here we go. 17.
So, Nox, as you sprout out your wings and you shoot up into the air, you fly. I'd say you fly up probably 100 feet up, past the forest thicket.
Mm-hmm.
As you then see, maybe like estimating close to like a half a mile away, there was some like faint glimmer that like the faint glimmer like of half a mile. Let's say because you guys are going eastward, right?
Mm-hmm.
A half a mile northward into the forest still. So it's not like the same path, it's a completely different way. Some like faint glimmer is that you noticed as Rice.
Mm-hmm.
As you're trying to look for anything on the trees or anything like that doesn't seem like evidence of your father or of the conflict, you do find a rip tattering of a piece of cloth.
What kind of cloth? Like, is it silk? Is it?
It looks like cloth, like almost like ripped off of a burlap sack, so very raggedy.
Okay.
Okay, you find it in one of the trees, like where your father's crater is. In one of the trees around it, it was like deep within the branches, and like the thicket of the foliage.
Do we know why our father was out here to begin with?
You guys know that your father being part of the consortium, what he was doing is that he was making essentially like rounds from outpost to outpost, making sure that everything has been up to date.
Yeah. While they would be looking around, Yembo would kind of like turn around towards the village, and he's trying to see if there's a specific, if he feels like there is a full like open vision for anywhere within the village where they would have been able to see everything that went on here.
You could surmise, because like I said, the village is like just a little bit over a mile away.
Mm-hmm.
You can surmise, given the size of your father, if he was in his full dragon form flying, they would have seen a dragon.
Okay.
Coming. Somebody should have at least seen it.
I announced, brothers, I seen something glimmering off about a half a mile away. It seemed quite interesting, but it wasn't the path that we'd expect. If you guys would like to go check it out with me, if not, I could go by myself.
Is it closer or further than the village?
A little closer than the village.
I would say let's check out what you found first, and then we should probably head down to the village. If father was full form, somebody would have had to seen the fight.
Yeah.
We might be able to get some type of insight on what happened.
Yeah, there would be no missing that. Especially if the fight was as brutal as it should have been.
I feel like he knew the person that killed him, because he had to let his guard down to get slain that easily.
You think it's somebody he knew?
I'm kind of leaning towards that.
You think it's somebody that we know?
Do we know everybody that our father knows?
No.
I mean, no, but a fair amount, I would say.
It's just a theory.
Yeah, I mean, it does seem like this was personal. You might be right. Dad might have known who it was.
He could have been a part of the consortium because he was out here making his rounds.
I don't like the sound of that, but you never know. Let's go check and see what Nox found.
As you start traveling north, you guys can give me either a perception or survival to see if you can actually find it. Like, yes, Nox saw the glimmer, but like you still got to try to find what that glimmer was.
I rolled a 13 perception.
I rolled a 10 perception.
I rolled an 18.
Okay.
Makes sense. You knew where it was at.
You think, yeah.
With Knox obviously seeing the glimmer, he had a better idea than the both of you as you guys go about a half a mile upward, up north through the forest. You end up getting to this spot. You walk in something that you guys would never expect to see.
In the middle of a forest?
In the middle of the forest. You guys see what looks like a finely crafted consortium arbalist. As its trajectory looks like it's pointing up in an angle
Towards the crater.
towards like the trajectory. You know that it would be technically at a angle heading southward, like pointed southward. And these things pack a punch. You know that these things pack a punch.
It's projected southward, so
as you guys look through like the foliage of the trees, it looks like the foliage of the trees was carved out like an actual hole for the arbalist to shoot through.
So this could have shot our father down if he was flying around making his rounds.
Possibly.
Do we know how common these
Not common at all. These are very secured. These are very secured pieces of firepower that are generally held in Worm's Keep unless they're needed and they're transported to places.
is these
Worm's Keep and Wyvern's Nest, because Wyvern's Nest is in the air.
Does these have like a certain amount of charges on them?
They're not charges, like there are like those, like, you know, like an arbalist is like a large arrow. They have like those large harpoons. You don't see any of those. You don't see any of those around.
They're kind of like, you know, like the ballista arrow machines.
I got you.
But they're huge ass fucking bows.
Yes. And like this one looks like it, because you guys have seen them around. This one looks almost like new, like it's barely been used.
Somebody somewhere would have had to fill out a fucking shitload of paperwork to be able to get something like this out here. And there's no way there's no trail for this. I think you're right, Rice. I think our father was murdered by somebody that knew him.
I believe our father was flying to make his rounds and then got shot down in the sky and landed right here in this crater.
Something like this would for sure be able to take a scale off of any dragon.
It's not a lot of people that can get this. It's not a
No.
lot of people can get this without asking questions.
There's no way that this disappeared without being accounted for. So that means that somebody in the consortium.
So, does it look like it was like rolled here, or like
You don't see any tracks of anything being rolled, and you know that like something's got to bring this. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like something would have had to have bring this here.
This doesn't just get here.
It doesn't just get here. There's no tracks. There's no like large, especially because you guys were in the forest. Like this part looks specifically carved out for this. Like somewhat like if you had to surmise how it got here, like it existed in here because there's no like tracks of it being here.
And
at
it's
all.
not rusted up or
It's
like
not
been
rusted
weathered.
up. It's not been weathered.
So
or
it's
anything.
new.
Either something really big dropped this off or it was built here.
if it was built here, there has to be paperwork on this.
Does it have a serial number?
You could roll me investigation checks to try to see, especially because like none of you are like part of that side. So
Yeah, it has nothing to do with any of
It has
this.
nothing to do with any of you. So
I'll give a help action to my big brother Rice.
And then I'll investigate on my own.
I will say that because none of you are familiar with this at all, you would be rolling at disadvantage. But if you give him the help action, he could roll straight for it.
Hell yeah. That's why I be helping my brother Rice.
Disadvantage. I roll a 19 with disadvantage.
Wow.
It wasn't that 20 to 17.
Oh, big bucket. I rolled an 18.
Okay.
Leave it to big bro, baby.
So, you end up searching this entire thing, and you're pretty sure you searched everywhere. You are certain you searched every crevice of this thing, and you do not see any form of identification and/or engravings, marking it in some kind of way.
But this was built by the consortium. We know this.
Like it looks
The
just
design and everything.
the design and everything like that. Yes.
Fuck it, we're gonna risk it for the biscuit. Working on the sea, right? Working out on the sea, and I probably talked to like a lot of shady merchants, and definitely working off the Isles with the
in the Teleforge
Teleforge Isles. Would I know anybody like that work in like the black market underside that creates weapons like this?
You wouldn't know of anybody that creates weapons like this in the black market because you feel like you would know that something this large would be flagged immediately. You know what I mean? Like no one would ever even risk trying to sell something like this.
okay.
This is like finding like a nuke in like
Yes.
Pennsylvania.
I feel like even with like your position in the consortium, you'd have shut that shit down.
100%, but
Yeah,
you
so
never
like
know.
Okay, so we didn't find anything.
No, you guys did not find any kind of
Okay.
form of identification
So,
on it.
Question.
our best bet is to talk to Torgen. I mean, he's
I'm assuming.
Sorry, you guys are confident that there's no type of identification on this.
Okay, so we're like positive.
You guys are positive. That's what I'm saying. You've checked every crevice. It's not like you guys failed a check. Is that you guys have checked everything about this, and
there's still
and you've ruled out that there's no
we know
form
that
of
the
identification.
craftsmanship
on this.
and the design matches the way the consortium makes things, but there's no proof that this is the consortium.
Wait, how did they tell us how our father died, or like do we know the autopsy said, oh, giant ballista like?
Remember that all these deaths are. They always have a bunch of different wounds on them. They're all killed in different ways. Your father had a bunch of wounds on him, like he was in battle.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So,
He could have just been one-shotted.
but like he had a bunch of wounds on him, like he was in battle. Like he looked like he was in battle of some
Yeah.
sort.
Would we be able to surmise that maybe this could have killed an ancient dragon in one shot?
You know that, like, it could, but then it would have been more obvious on how your father died because there would have been an arbalist through his skull.
Gotcha.
There would have been
It
like
had to be like a dirty, nasty,
yes, like a
headshot.
dirty, nasty headshot through and through the skull kind of thing from eye through eye to eye kind of thing to kill him. Maybe a certain spots, possibly like directly into like the heart or things like that, could have. But you also know that your father was murdered grisly, had multiple wounds. It looked like he was in battle.
Is there any extra arrows that are here?
No,
So it's just like the arbalist, no arrows left.
no arrows left. No, nothing.
Question.
Is there anything around the area?
No, this looks very, very,
Very
clean.
clean and
Yes.
everything.
Is it aimed?
Yeah, like I said, it's pointed southward.
Towards where our father was.
You could surmise it would be towards the direction where your father was. Yes, like because your father was traveling eastward and this thing was northward and it shot southward. It looks like it would have crossed paths. Like it could have. The trajectory could have crossed paths.
I think we should take
That's a
to
good
the
shot.
skies and follow the trajectory of this machine and see if we could find any arrows. With a little simple math, and it should put us somewhat in the vicinity.
With the trajectory and math, I would need a insight or investigation check.
Word. So Axon could be our math guy, right?
Sure, if you guys want him to roll.
I have +8 in insight.
Oh, it could be you. Yeah, you get to roll.
So as like you're like explaining your stuff, Yumbo looks at Axon and he's like, I'm trying to figure out exactly where these arrows could have went if they went this direction. Do you think you could possibly help me out?
Yes, of course. So he can give you the help action.
21.
Okay, 21. As he looks around the arbalist, trying to understand like its firepower and things like that, because he's from Thade. He's not like super familiar with with this stuff, but understanding the trajectory, he's like, if I can be in the air with one of you, I can definitely help point you of how the trajectory of this would.
So
have
Yumbo
gone.
would transform and like lower his like head so that Axum can get on.
Okay, Axum would get on you. Are you two, Rice and Nox, you guys just gonna follow?
Yeah.
In the air?
Yeah.
Okay. As you all start flying. As you and Axum are surmising the trajectory with how this has gone, it looks like where you start flying above the road, where you know where the road would be, you can then see the crater, like the area where the crater would be. So, like, as in, like, if something got hit where you were at right now, given like the speed and force that they were going, they could have most definitely ended up in that crater.
Okay, so we definitely are able to narrow that down. That like this was aimed at our father.
Yes,
but so far from like our investigation, this was probably just like a one shot, like somebody who really was a shooter. It was a one shot, boom and done type of thing, because it doesn't seem like there's any other arrows anywhere else.
I feel like, yeah, he got it was a fly shot. He was so injured he couldn't like do anything, so it was like just curled up on the ground, and it was just like fight back, motherfucker, fight back.
Yeah,
just
yeah,
like stab.
I would 100% believe that he got shot down, and then whoever shot him ran up and
Finished it.
and finished it. But it seems like it was just one shot and that was it, right?
I mean,
Like we don't see any other arrows.
Do you guys want to follow the entire trajectory of where it would possibly have landed? Like if there was a miss.
Yeah.
Okay. So as you guys follow to where you mathematically think it would have landed, you see that it's still within the forest. You don't see any large like harpoons or anything like that, but you do see it looks like a bunch of like spots in the ground, like dug up.
So Yembo would turn to cock his head up because like Axum is on him.
I mean, you guys would have like landed.
Oh, so we would have landed. Okay.
Yes.
So Yembo would turn around and he's like, I think that this killer is recycling these.
But our father, if he was patrolling this area on a regular, there's no way that he wouldn't have noticed that was there.
I get why you would think that, but you were specifically looking for something. It could have been easily missed by father.
I guess that he never struck me as somebody who wouldn't notice that.
But it seems like whoever this was knew
His patterns.
not even just his. This is probably a very common path for a dragon to take from one outpost to another. He probably knew that no matter what, a dragon was going to fly through here. And maybe our father was just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
There's no way.
I think that we need to head into the village to learn more.
I also believe we should check out the outpost as well.
I'm down with that, but after the village, I definitely want to check out who is making these what do you call them? Arbalists.
We could try, but with no serial numbers, there's no way to really link it to anything. I mean, we could try to see if there's some type of black market undercover thing that's going on, but that's not going to be something easily found. Definitely not found today.
You're right. You're saying we could just start lighting some fires under people. Let's see who start running.
Okay, I agree.
But let's see if anybody saw some first.
Okay, so you guys gotta head to the village?
Yeah. We all seen our father and like had like we seen like the death report and stuff like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
There was no huge arrows in his body or anything.
Nope.
Right?
There was wounds.
There were wounds.
Like even like there's larger wounds and smaller wounds all along his body. That's the thing. Like
that's what I'm saying. Like this guy was, whoever this was very clean about his job and like took that back.
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine having to pull that out of a dragon?
Wild.
And like given like this info that you guys are seeing now, it's getting harder and harder to believe Axum's theory that it's one person.
Yeah, cause it seems like
it can be more.
Like this has to have been like some kind of joint efforts or something like that, because there's too many things in play.
And like even like the distance from like the shot, like the shot happened. Like it's gonna take that person some time, because like we're flying. Like it's gonna take that person some time to get over to where our father fell and then do what they need to do there. Like, it seems like whoever was in charge of that shot took that shot, clean shot him to the ground. Wherever he fell, there were already people there, like, waiting. I don't know about this. I think it was Knox's mother.
It wasn't my mama. It was your mama.
That jealous bitch.
Okay, so you guys are gonna be heading towards this village, which you know is a small village called Forte. As you guys start heading towards the village, this village is small. You can see that the only thing, like, as you guys are entering this village, it's like, you know, like shanty wooden homes. They still have a wellspring that they use. You know, very underdeveloped comparatively to what like the main cities that you guys are a part of.
Is it bustling?
It's not really bustling. You know, this village is small. The only like I said, they still even have like a wellspring in it. They have shanty like wooden homes.
Are people like out at the bar or?
No, there wouldn't even like. To you, it wouldn't even be like people are out at the bar. It's like one of those like farm villages. You know what I mean? Where they seem pretty separated from everything. The only thing that is like pristine and like new here is there is a consortium outpost office building.
Okay.
And like that one's like made out of like stone and like gated and such. But it seems like it's obviously the odd thing compared to all this village that's with houses made out of like old wood and stuff. It looks like it almost looks like a completely separate entity in just the middle of a village.
So I have a question, because like the way that I'm imagining it might not be the way it is. How tall are these outposts? Because like I imagine them as like somewhat like singular tall towers where like a dragon could just like fly and then just like transform and be at the top, like, you know, go inside.
They'd probably be like 2-3 stories depending.
Okay.
2-3 stories. Probably like the size of like my apartment complex building, if I have to give an example. Like think of it as like the size of like dealerships, like, you know, like brand name dealerships, like an actual like Ford dealership or anything like that. Like it's
same height.
You know, like decently sized.
All right.
Anyways, so yes, that building is here, and it obviously looks completely different from anything else. As you see, like the people here are in like farmers' rags. You know what I mean? Like this is definitely what like this village, from what you know, is still 100 years in the past when it comes to how they live. And then but then there's the consortium office, and like it's just such a disconnect between the village and like the consortium in and of itself that like the consortium doesn't like branch out, doesn't help anything with the village or anything like that.
It's odd. Do we know that that's because the village people themselves just don't want the help?
You wouldn't have any idea.
I know that it would just definitely seem odd.
You guys are you three are never out in like the boonies of the Sword Coast like this. So to you, this entire scene looks odd to you. Yes.
Where's the sheriff's office?
You would imagine it'd be the consortium.
Okay, then I'll be going to the consortium.
The consortium office.
Consortium office.
Do you all follow suit?
I feel like going to the consortium office makes sense, especially because this is probably one of the stops our father had. But Yembo is going to walk through the village and try to communicate with the village people to see if like any of them seen anything, to get answers from them. Or at least try.
Okay, Knox.
Probably assist Yenbo.
Okay, so Yembo and Knox are gonna try to like talk to the people.
Yeah, we're gonna try to talk to the people. I would assume that Axum would probably go with you.
So, Rice, you're going to the consortium office with Axum, and then Yembo and Knox. You guys are going to go try to talk to people. I want one of you, Yembo or Knox, to roll me a straight charisma check.
Ooh.
What you got for charisma, Yembo?
I have a -1.
Damn, you too? That's crazy.
You also have a -1?
Yeah.
Why don't you?
You want me to do it or you want to do it?
Ain't we supposed to have? Shouldn't we have like +2 to our -1 to give us a +1 because
That would make
all
sense if you
dragons
chose-
have natural charisma.
Yeah, but you didn't choose charisma for your thing, so life's rough.
Because I had to build a class.
Am I rolling or you rolling?
Whatever you want.
I'll roll.
Okay, I'm gonna smack your laptop so I can.
All right, fuck it up. Ready? Let's go. Oh, shit. Hey, it worked that time. Nat 20.
Grr in your face, grr.
Yeah, don't mean nothing
Yeah,
now.
that's how Taco Fall growls. Grr.
What
But
team
you don't
Taco
hear
Falls
it.
play for right now?
You don't hear it because all the way up here. I don't even think Taco Fall play basketball no more.
He does overseas.
Does he?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Like then I'm right. You ain't playing if you ain't playing here.
Damn, that was a stretch.
So, as you guys are walking into like this, like around the village, trying to a lot of people are like avert their gaze from you as you guys are walking, and like they try to like walk away from you, but like they're not doing it in like a "you piss me off" kind of way, and you can definitely tell it's from fear.
Oh, they should be afraid.
Yeah, they like you being dragons and enamel dragons are just an intimidating presence, especially to these, which this village is full of humans.
Mm-hmm.
As you guys are trying to walk around trying to find somebody to talk to, there is a older woman that looks like she's like yelling at some kids, yelling at some kids to get back into the farm to go help their father out. As you start approaching her, as you don't see like any of that like fear or anything like that in her eyes.
Oh, she tough.
Tough.
Excuse me, man.
What can I do for you?
Well, we thought that you might be able to help us find some answers. We have some questions about the attack that happened up that way.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. One of you dragons got dropped.
It was our father.
As you see, like she puts her head down, like, I'm sorry to hear that.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Can I get you boys some tea, something to drink?
That would be lovely.
Yeah, I'll take some tea. Sure.
I'll be right with you guys. Just wait out here, okay?
Yeah.
So she goes inside.
You know that chai tea is just tea? Because chai means tea? Found that out. I know it's not the right time.
Yumbo.
I know it's not the right time. It's just she brought up tea. I haven't been able to talk to anybody about that yet.
So now's the time that you decided to do it.
I'll.
Is this how all you guys are in the Drake division?
No. Okay, I'll save it for right. You guys make me nervous, man. You guys always make me second guess everything that I do. You guys have done that my entire life.
As you hear the door open, as you see that she comes out with 2 glasses and like a pitcher of like tea. She hands you guys 2 glasses and she pours the tea in front of you guys.
Oh, thank you, ma'am. I sure appreciate you. What is your name, miss?
My name is Darlene.
It is nice to make your acquaintance, Miss Darlene. I sure do appreciate you taking the time out your day to help us out with our little issue we're having.
Of course.
Oh, this is splendid. What kind of tea is this?
It's a old family recipe of mine.
I see. It smells amazing.
I guess we should.
So what can I try to help answer?
Well, first of all, we want to show you the same respect that you showed us. My name is Yembo, and this is my older brother Knox.
It's a pleasure to have you both here.
So, Miss Darlene, would you mind telling us exactly what you've seen on that day? And I reiterate whatever date it was.
I can't say I saw a whole lot. I'm always trying to round the kids up, trying to make sure that they help their paw. I did recall hearing a loud crack, slam. It echoed through the entire city.
It did.
Yeah, there ain't no way you couldn't hear it unless you're deaf.
And it was just one.
That's all I heard. I only heard one large slam.
That was probably the impact of Father falling.
And like I saw from the way that in the forest, it looks like some kind of commotion was going on, but I didn't see anything, you know.
Okay. What kind of commotion of sorts? Was it fighting, arguing?
I saw sparks. I could have sworn I saw lightning,
Lightning.
but I couldn't tell you. It, like I said, I was always trying to round the kids up, so
Right.
it was a bunch of things happening at the same time. I'm sorry I can't be of more use.
No,
The
you
lightning makes sense.
you
that,
do-
that would have been Dad.
you're doing well. Do you know about how long this went on for?
Maybe like a minute, maybe not long at all.
As I look into my brother, I'm like, God damn it, man.
And Yembo's face looks like so much confusion on his face as he looks back at Knox. He's like, a minute seems ridiculous for that to be how long it was to take out our father. Though, you know, that's like a full round, but like,
It's 10 rounds.
yeah, full 10 rounds.
All
That's
right,
a long
Yembo,
time.
dial it back. She don't need to hear the whole story.
It was just a moment. I'm sorry I can't be of much.
No, you have been an immense help.
You've given us more information than most people have.
Yeah, I can't say that. Unfortunately, I'm quite surprised if you try talking to people around here. Unfortunately, your consortium doesn't really do many favors for this city.
We've noticed the disconnect. It seems odd.
We are apparently just too low on the totem pole of priority.
What is it that you guys need?
I mean, I've been to Dragon's Pike. I've even been to Worm's Keep. I've been to Blades Mall. Y'all got so many fancy toys. Y'all got so many things. If we even just had a little bit, it would be so useful for us. I mean, I got, as you see, like she's like getting choked up. Like I got my baby boy in a burlap sack because we can't afford clothes. And no offense to y'all, but y'all come in here with some fancy gear attire, and it's just it's hard to look at sometimes.
I understand.
I mean no disrespect. Y'all are the superiors. We understand that.
That's what they tell us too. But we're just like you.
My life has been saved by more humans than I can count. Not all of us are like that.
I don't disagree with you. But unfortunately, some things fall through the cracks and we are in those cracks. It's something we had to accept as a city.
Does Yembo have any money on him?
I mean, yeah, you guys have some gold.
Yeah, like I
We got
feel
that like
bad,
good military blank check.
To your guys'
We got a dragon.
understanding, you guys do have a budget that you can spend in the Dragon Division. You know what I mean? You guys are aware that you have your own budget as a division.
Uh-huh.
But, you know, it's not like a blank military check that they're not just going to ask a bunch of questions like, why are you sending fucking 1,000 gold to Forte? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
information.
And you being like, oh, well, they're broke. They'd be like, so was this place, so was that place. We can't just...
I know that that's gonna be complicated. I'm just talking about like what I have like on hand,
Like your own person, you probably have like
Yeah.
100 gold.
like 100. I know that whatever else I need, I could just probably write off with the division. So, like as she's talking, I'm just like, I'm sorry. This is all I really have on me. I hope this could help. And I like just like go through my stuff and like go to hand her like a coin bag.
As you try handing her a coin back, she like puts her hands up like, I'm not asking for you to give me money. That is a solution to a symptom, not a problem. You give the money to me, it's going to be spent in a couple weeks, maybe days if I spread it out, if I decide to be generous enough with the rest of this village, and then we're still going to be out.
I don't know how else to help.
I'm not asking you to help. I'm just telling you this is how life is here. I'm explaining to you why these people are hiding in their houses right now.
She does have a point. There's not a lot that we would be able to do to reconcile any of their problems at this moment.
Unless you have your thumb on the power of the consortium.
Which we do not.
No offense, but I kind of figured.
Miss Darlene.
Yes.
Would you mind if we spoke with your husband?
Oh, yeah, he's riding back in the fields with the little ones.
Just in case, maybe he's seen something that maybe you didn't see, or maybe even your kids seen something. Because kids tend to have a keen eye for things.
Of course. They'll ride around back.
Okay.
So we follow her.
Okay. I'm gonna go to
Hey, the lady made me feel bad. I'm just like, yo,
Rice.
I don't have enough money to pay for this entire village, but I got 100 gold.
So Rice, you and
Give me a good day at the
Axum,
club.
walk into the consortium office. As you see that it's well kept, as you were walking through, a couple of soldiers saluted you too. As you walk, one of them in the building salutes you, says, "Sir, what can I help you with?"
Good evening. I'm here to ask questions about the killing that happened, a couple weeks ago, right?
A few weeks, yes.
A few weeks ago.
Yes, okay. We have all of our information logged. Give me one moment, I can bring it to you. So a couple moments go by as he brings you all the information that they have recorded about it. Here is the information that we have recorded. We have statements that we've got from all the villagers. We have who was working, who found them, and such. Here you are.
How long have you been working in this town?
I have been stationed here for 2 years.
What's the guy's name? The person's name?
Stan.
How does the townspeople take to the consortium?
Not well. They put in requests, and then we sent out those requests, and then the requests usually get denied.
Are they hostile to us? To us?
I mean, I wouldn't say hostile. It's not like they know they can't do anything about it. If the answer's no, the answer's no. They just kind of go about their day, but it doesn't make the relationship between us any less sour.
How far does this consortium jurisdiction leak out? Like, if there's people being attacked in the woods, would you go to the woods and help them? Or
Yes, yeah. We'll break up a fight. We'll save whoever, as long as we're ready and available to. Generally, nothing happens out here, so it's pretty stationary. Most things people die from here are diseases.
Thank you for all your help. I'll get right back to you, and I'm gonna go off to the side, and me and Axum is gonna flip through the dossier.
Flip through the records.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead. Roll me investigation.
Can I get a help action with Axum?
Sure.
So 29.
It all seems fairly blanket, as people were generally busy with what they were doing, and they heard some booms. The only one that has a discrepancy to it is this woman's report saying that she only heard one large boom happening. The rest of them say they heard a couple booms, like loud commotions and things like that.
Who's the lady?
You see the lady's name is Darlene.
Darlene. I asked Stan, where can I find Miss Darlene at?
She works. She and her family have one of the farms. If you go out, you should be able to see a larger house that has a decent sized farm in the back. They grow corn.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I bring the discrepancies up to Axum.
So yeah, I could see it's odd that she. I mean, I guess it's not super odd. It's just maybe she just only heard the large boom. Other people heard commotions for a while, and then they reported to the consortium, it seems, and then by the time the consortium investigated and got to it, they found your father dead.
You don't think when I hear a large commotion, certain people will run to it? You don't think anybody?
It's over a mile away.
Oh, you're right.
You forget that the speed and the aptitude that you all have is different than us humans.
You're right.
a mile away will take someone in fit shape, and you know what the consortium wears, plate. They have to run. It's going to take them 15, 20 minutes. They have over 100 pounds that they're carrying in just armor alone. So you guys would leave. As you guys would leave, you start going towards her house as you see Nox and Yembo. It looks like they're talking to this woman as they just start getting escorted, like behind. Looks like they're following her.
Mm-hmm. Can they hear me?
Probably. I mean, you're definitely sure you're within shouting distance.
Hey guys!
Hey, Rice! We're over here!
So I want to go talk to the consortium, and with the reports we have seen, the only one with discrepancies and differences is hers. Everybody else talk about how they hear multiple crashes and booms. The only person that only just hears one is Sweet Darlene.
Yeah, she told us that she heard a big boom and then some sparks, maybe some lightning. But I mean, that's not odd with Dad. So,
Any other stories talk about sparks and lightning?
No, that's not even in her report. Like the other ones just talked about like booms and loud noises.
Well, her report doesn't have anything about sparks and lightning. Nobody else talks about seeing sparks and seeing lightning.
I think that this woman has a lot on her plate to where she probably isn't even remembering everything right away. She probably just didn't think of everything that happened to write it down. Now, I mean, I could be wrong, but she definitely seemed genuine when she was explaining what she knew to us. She's taken us to her husband and her children.
Can I come with?
Miss Darlene.
Mm-hmm.
This is our brother Rice. Do you mind if he comes with us?
No, the more the merrier. So you guys follow Darlene to the back. You guys follow Darlene to the back. You can see that there is there's a crop. You can I guess you guys roll me perception checks and/or insights.
22.
20.
16.
You guys notice because like there's a couple farms in here. Theirs looks lively and luscious comparatively to the other ones.
I like they make good money.
They're just doing better.
They're doing better.
They don't make good money, and we just had a conversation with this lady.
How many kids Darlene got running around this boy?
102.
As she's taking you to the father, as you can see, like there's this man that looks like on this like contraption at the end of the field. You see like one kid go by, two kids go by, third kid goes by, a fourth, a fifth, a sixth. You see 7 different children.
Damn.
Like running around here. Looks like some of them are like picking stuff. Some of them are trying to help. You see some of them like laying out like fertilizers and things like that.
All the same race?
Yes.
Would you like her husband ain't the daddy? Like
No, like she was running like an adoption center. God,
oh no, they her
damn.
kids. They her kids. And she old too, right?
She's older, yeah. She's like from what it seems like you can guesstimate like human years. She's probably in her 60s.
Woo.
Oh.
And you know that she has a newborn.
Woo!
Like she has a baby, as she told you that they're in like a burlap sack.
Fertile Myrtle.
You end up going to the father, as you can see that he's like on like this contraption, which you look like he's using something to like try to harvest all this corn. As you see like Darlene waving her husband down, as her husband stops the machine, turns it all off, gets down, and like looks like he's like wiping his hands as he's approaching you all. He looks like he's roughly around the same age as Darlene. As like he's wiping his hands, he's got that classic like straw hat, overalls, some kind of like some dirty shirts, some boots. As he's walking to, he looks like fucking Eustace from Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Damn.
Possum?
As he's approaching y'all, like, hey, honey, who are these folks? What can I do for y'all?
We just wanted to know if you had the time for us to ask you a couple of questions.
Sure. Hey, kids, go inside, have your mama feed you some lunch.
And also, if you both consent, maybe asking the kids if they seen anything as well.
You want to talk to the kids?
Possibly to see if they seen anything. You know the attack that happened a couple weeks ago up that way?
Uh-huh.
That was our father that died.
Oh, well, as he like takes his hat off, he puts it like to his chest. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, how about we all just step inside?
Sure, thank you.
Him and Darlene start walking you guys towards the their house now. You got they walk inside towards the house. As you can hear, you see that there is. As you walk inside, you see like the kids like stormed in. As you walk inside, you see that there looks like a teenage girl holding a baby. As like the baby's crying. As you see like this baby in like a burlap sack. As you see like Darlene come up and grab her. As you see like this teen girl, like looks like she goes with all the other kids, look like they're like trying to grab food or anything like that. The husband be like, look, I don't got a whole lot, but like we'll serve you guys a little bit of something, okay?
Oh, I think we're fine.
No, we insist, okay? We always try to take care of our guests. Please sit wherever you would like. We'll get you some more tea. We'll make sure that you all are comfortable.
So as we sit down, I kind of like lean over to Rice and I inform you about what we heard about the baby, about like how they can't afford to do nothing. That's why that baby's in that burlap sack, and it's killing me. But they won't take money, so we gotta get something.
Excuse me, I don't mean to interrupt. Can I please use the restroom?
Oh yeah. If you go up the stairs, to the right, you'll see that there is a restroom.
Okay, so Rice is gonna go to the restroom.
Okay.
I'm gonna pull out this piece of burlap sack that I had in my pocket from like a little investigation site, little crash site that I got from the trees. Does it match the little burlap sack this little baby was in?
I mean, it's definitely you can definitely tell it would be like the same material, but like it's raggedy. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like you saw a couple people in this like style of wear.
I thought you cared about the kid. You just trying to figure out.
I'm trying to figure out who killed my father. Fuck these kids. I'm Michael Jordan to these kids. I don't care.
Okay. So as like Darlene and her husband are trying to settle down the kids, they get you guys like some like things to like some like little like finger sandwiches to snack on, some more tea. You come out of the bathroom.
I'm trying to stealth around the house.
Do you want to?
Yes.
Okay. Roll a stealth check.
A one. And I'm here for one reason.
Okay. As you're trying to sneak around, you start stepping into a hallway where you see like there's just a bunch of doors. As you're walking, you then step on a not so safe plank of wood as you crash down from the ceiling. As you guys are like in the center, you then see Rice crash down through the ceiling.
Rice!
I got lost and I took the wrong step.
As you see like Darlene and her husband like looks like they're like rushing around like trying to get you something like to like clean yourself up. They're like, oh my god, we're so sorry.
You're good.
Our house ain't built for such
I know he's fat.
I'm sorry.
As you see her husband like on like his like hands and like knees like his head down. He's like, I'm sorry.
You're fine. I just think
please don't take our stuff away.
Take it. What stuff am I gonna take away?
Wait, what? What are you talking about? I look at Darlene. I'm like, will you at least take the money to repair that? Like,
as you see Darlene like bring her like husband up, like, would you relax? It's okay. And no, it's our business. It's our house. We can take care of it.
But we broke it.
It's our stuff. We will not accept your money.
Has anybody taken your guys' stuff away in the past?
Yes. We've lost things because we've owed reparations to the consortium over fumbles like this. It's just
The fuck?
Please, we'll get you cleaned up. As you see, like she gets a rag, she's like wiping off like your arm. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. We really appreciate you.
How do you help people who don't want to be helped?
You can tell that like after
Like,
you can tell that after like you don't worry, we're not gonna take your stuff. Like her husband seemed super relieved, and that like you were offering her husband seemed like oh, but then like Darlene said like no, we're not taking your money.
You sure? I can...
Yes, we're very sure. Please sit down, enjoy something, and ass away.
Knox, you wanna take this?
I don't know, Rice. You sure you don't want to take this?
I just fell through a flow.
And that's his point, bitch.
I don't know. This is y'all person. You can take this.
Oh, now
it's our person.
Now it's our person, motherfucker.
I was talking to my little brothers over here, and they were telling me how they're already talking to you guys about what happened and the noises you heard a couple of weeks ago. Mm-hmm. We just want to like ask the kids if they saw anything.
I mean, the kids were out in the field with my husband. Ain't that right? As like her husband, like I mean, yeah, we are working these fields to the bone, trying to make sure that we have a very, very good harvest. I heard some noises, but that machine is so loud. Sometimes I feel like I'm deaf.
Did our father fall in his dragon, like full dragon form, right?
From what you could surmise,
would you be able to see it from like here, from like the field to the
Yeah, you feel like you would be if you were like looking that way, you'd be able to notice a dragon.
I understand you guys say that, but like our father was in his full form, like his full dragon form. Just anybody would be able to see a giant dragon falling from the sky.
Well, I mean, I'm looking down at the crops. So I'm sorry. Children, did any of you see anything like that? As you see them all shake their heads like no. But I want you all to roll me perception or insight checks.
9.
8.
Knox has got to pull again. Let's see what we get. Oh, not today. 11.
And I even rolled for Axum. He rolled a natural 6.
Can I take a shot for this?
I feel like this is the moment.
Sure. All right. So Dropper Crit is going to attempt.
Hold on. Why am I always taking a shot for like
You be asking?
three like our whole party type thing? I
You are
understand,
the one that'd
but
be asking. And to be fair, you're also the one that fucks up the stealth check. So shut the fuck up and take the shot.
Also true. I wasn't going to put it that way.
Fuck you.
So Dropper Crit is now going to be taking a death elixir shot.
Yeah.
There's some shot glasses behind you. Dropper Crit is taking a shot in 3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Just talk about your experience. What's going on in your mouth right now?
It feel like
It smells terrible.
I'm about to.
somebody that's probably like 6 feet and up, like stuck their whole ass hand in my mouth,
I can do that.
and they with vapor rub on their hands.
So
mixed
Taco
with
Fall put his hand in your mouth with vapor rub
like vapor rub and like earwax
and some crushed red pepper.
and what they old people believe helps stop gout and all
Crushed
types of
mothballs.
Man, it tastes like fucking. I want to say Robitussin, but no, it tastes like castor oil.
Old King Cole's foot.
Robitussin.
Drop a crit. You may now. So Dropper Crit is now going to re-roll his perception check, was it?
God, they're fucking 13. One of y'all got to join me. Come on, don't be a whole bunch of action.
I'll take a death elixir shot.
What a guy.
Okay.
We're fucking Yembo.
I'm gonna allow this last one.
Yambo.
Osakuma is now going to take it to try to help them not be their main campaign ass. So,
I've been doing so good.
except this.
Except for this.
Osakuma, take the shot in 3, 2, 1.
Mr. Oso Kuma. Now, please tell me your vital experiences you are having right now in your mindset.
Going down to South Park, going to meet some friends of mine. Ugly faces everywhere. It's like I get it, like you said, like Vapo Rub. It tastes like somebody pulled an icy hot patch off of Shaq's lower back and shoved it in your mouth.
Gross.
It's
After like Game 7 of the finals.
Also, Kuma, you may now drink something.
I don't have anything in front of me.
Well, you may now roll.
Okay.
I can smell it from here. I sure do say
I
it.
rolled an 18.
Hey,
My man, thank
that's
you, God.
my baby brother. I tell you right now.
Yembo.
Yembo, you see the teenager dart her eyes to Darlene, then dart her eyes back to you guys, and then shake her head no, like all the other kids.
You bitch.
And that's where I'll end the session.
Fuck! Man!
Make sure to put that in your notes so you remember.
I will.
Yeah.
Well, guys, that was episode 2 of the Dragon Division.
I need something to drink.
You'll get your drink, and then we'll talk what we talk in Late Night Traffic. Hey, guys, check out our Patreon, Clash of Crits per usual. We got Late Night Traffic, which is the show after the show where we talk about the show. We got Dungeon Discussions. We got some other things going. We would really appreciate the support. But before we say goodbye, plugs. Does anyone have them?
You can follow me on the X at Chappie_COK. I would love to hear some words from you. Thank you, and have a nice day.
I haven't had a chaser yet, so I'm trying to get through this best I can.
Yeah. Ooh, Dropper's gonna waterfall a drink in the Oso.
You can follow me at OSOKUMA_COK. Also follow Clash of Crits. Fuck it. Clash_of_crits with a K on anything. Come and check us out on Discord or something. Fuck. Don't take Death Elixir. Don't make the shit. Don't watch the video. Don't do that shit in your house. Don't do it. It sucks.
Well, to quote the young poets of Los Angeles, California, do that shit. Do that shit. Do it. You definitely need to go watch the Death Elixir video. You definitely need to go make the Death Elixir and have you and your friends try it. And you definitely need to follow us on everything Clash of Crits and follow me on the X at Dropper_crit with a K.
That's the mindset you have after you have a chaser. But before the chaser, you're thinking like me, bitch.
No, not at all. I'm out here.
So I'm gonna take this as slow as possible. So
Thank you,
Kuma
Psycho.
can just feel the burn because you guys want to have a stupid ass bit afterwards. So you can follow me at X Y C H 0
Talk to him.
C
Talk your shit.
O
Talk your shit.
K
Make him suffer.
on A N
Yeah.
Y
Fucking
T
cunt.
H
Yeah.
I N G
Oh my.
anything
Can you please play that again just in case people forgot?
A.
Don't do that shit again.
I'd also like to plug in Hybrid Punk. They do some of the music that we play and Shanovis.
Oh, quick question. How do you spell Shanovis?
Shit, I don't even fucking remember. SCHIANVOUS, I think.
Yeah, they got a YouTube channel. Go check them out too.
Yeah, they do our theme song. I think that is.
We forgot one more thing.
Oh, what we forget?
Nah, never mind.
I guess we will see you
Whores.
guys
All whores.
in traffic. Bye.
Chasing dragons. Fuck the goddamn death elixir. Chasing dragons.
My brother fell through the floor and fucked everything up.
Chasing dragons.
I cannot deny it or say I did fell through the floor and fucked everything up. We just know I fell through the floor, so fuck you.
Bitch.
Chasing dragons.
dragons.
Bye-bye. This was a Clash of Crits podcast. Theme song done by Shanovis, with additional music done by Hybrid Punk. If you enjoyed our show, please give us a rating. See you in the next episode.